guys. Hey, what's up? Happy Wednesday. We're really not happy Wednesday. You saw the caption earlier, the picture. Inflation is high and it's hot. I know I was not dreaming that stuff when I couldn't buy some ramen noodles to eat. I'm starving. Yeah, bro. Like, what is going on? Things are getting very dire in America. It's very hard to survive when inflation is beating you, the government is beating you, and everything is just against you, right? I am in a very fortunate situation because I'm retired military, plus I have investments that are helping, and I get to invest and do things like that, right? But it's really painful to invest and try to grow your portfolio and stuff in an economy where you're literally fighting to eat and survive every day, right? We are going to hear from the Fed chairman, I believe, today, so that'll be something we look forward to and see what they're going to do with interest rates. Hopefully they don't hike them, but odds are they're going to probably have to hike interest rates in order to fight the inflation, and we just have to be ready for that. And obviously that's going to cause markets to fluctuate. Things are going to obviously get very hectic, but what can you do, right? In order to fight severe inflation, you have to raise interest rates. And the thing is, you have to raise interest rates to such a high level to cause people to stop wanting to spend money completely, to the point where businesses fail, companies fail, people fail, stocks don't go up. People like Elon Musk, when they launch SpaceX, go broke because nobody's buying SpaceX because they can't afford to. Stuff like that needs to happen in order to realistically heal whatever damage we've done from the excessive printing of money we did back in COVID, right? And like, it's just a hard pill to swallow, right? Because nobody wants to suffer like that, but I don't think we have a choice. I honestly think we need to rip the Band-Aid off and go ahead and bleed out a little bit. That's my honest opinion. I mean, if, like, objectively speaking, right, America is becoming unaffordable, right? And let me put that in perspective, right? So if I'm making, and I'm just talking hypothetically speaking, let's say the average person in America who's doing well is making like $15,000 a month. How many people you think actually work and make that kind of income by themselves, right? Just them individually. Now, let's say a family of two making that kind of money together, combined, right? And then just imagine if you have kids and you have to pay for daycare, food, extracurricular activities, stuff like that, right? You see, it becomes very unaffordable to live in America when you think about those things, right? Because like the average income in America, I don't even think is that much, right? I think the average annual income is like $60,000 a year or something like that. So I personally think if I was a Fed chairman and I wanted to really help Americans and just get the mess over with, I would raise interest rates up to at least 8 to 10%. I would just be like, you know what, screw everything, make shit hell on earth, just to destroy and revamp the economy. Because what's going to happen when you raise interest rates high, significantly higher, companies can't expand, people are going to get laid off, it's going to be ugly, and companies are going to lose a lot of money. So guess what, prices have to come down, because if they don't come down, they're not going to sell and the companies are going to go bankrupt. So it kind of will kill this standoff that's happening right now. And that's why things are not moving, because it's literally a standoff. It's like things are like not high enough and not low enough. So it's kind of like, we could struggle a little bit, but then it's slowly, like, they're slowly chipping away at the U.S. consumer. They're slowly killing the middle class by doing this. In order to get rid of this thing, you have to hurt everybody. It's like you have to shoot everyone. Everybody has to get a bullet. So you hurt big companies by causing money to be very expensive to borrow. You hurt the little man by causing things to be very expensive, so they can't get into debt, right? They can't take out loans and stuff, and then you give the economy a chance to reset, right? It's kind of like when it's slash and burn. Like when you're going to plant crops and stuff, sometimes you burn all the crops, so it helps enrich the soil, and then you recreate stuff that people would need based on what supply and demand dictates versus this propped up shit we have going on right now. So that's what I think. As far as the stocks and everything I'm going to buy, I purchased some already, and I will show you in a second. Alright, so pretty much I purchased some GTBP, which is like a pharmaceutical company, high risk, high reward. I purchased some ADUR, which is a cleaning technology company, high risk, high reward. And I purchased some Omega, right? So because it's gone down so low and stuff, so it's a gamble. Again, there's no rhyme, no reason. I'm just taking some chances here. Again, this stock, let's look at it, for example. Look at this, right? At all-time highs, it's over 500 something. Now it's literally at pennies, right? So it hasn't done anything. It's down 99.9% or whatever. As a matter of fact, yeah, it's not. I would not suggest this as a purchase, right? Because obviously, it's crap right now. But hey, I'm gambling in some stocks, right? So an overall portfolio value is 1,200 shares, right? All right, so shopping for bug spray in Home Depot, but yeah, we have a lot of ants. All right, so don't judge me. But either way, with everything happening, morning, everything happening economically, something has to be done, and it's not going to be pretty. It has to just be not forced, but implemented. And we're going to get raid. You know why? Because raid kills them dead. Hey, so if you guys need advertising, let me know, raid. And yeah, this is the better one. No, hold on. Which one is this? Yeah, if you guys know which one's better to get, let me know. I don't know. I'm trying to look. I like raid though. That's good. I'll do raid. But yeah, like again, my friend said something to me and it's true, right? I look at myself and I'm like thinking I'm doing good and stuff. But it's not just about me doing okay. Other people have to be able to live and survive too, right? And it's not like, some of the conversations we have, right? Like, it's kind of like we think about things objectively, like, how is the average American making out? And that's how you have to look at things. The average American, I would assume, right, is having a hard time because not everybody is able to, afford the things that's happening right now. At least I don't think so. And if they are, then they need to teach me because I am looking at stuff objectively. I'm like, things are expensive to me. So if it's expensive to me, I can only imagine for some people how it's feeling, right? So you guys give me your thoughts and comment down below. Inflation is clearly hot. 4.2 inflation rate, that's insane. I think we need to just go through the hard time and not this little incremental raise. Just raise it up. Just like, hey, 8 to 10% interest rates right now. Yes, it's gonna suck. Savings will be great. Your savings will be going up. If you put money in savings, you'll be making a high yield. But just rip the band-aid off. Make it hard for rich people to exploit poor people. Make it hard for poor people to exploit themselves by taking out loans to buy things they really shouldn't be buying, like luxurious cars and stuff, and let the economy reset, right? Let companies that are doing bad practices fail. Let people lose houses. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but let things happen to heal, and let's restart, right? At the end of the day, I think we're protecting the rich people too much. And I'm not saying that we should, super tax people and do all kind of crazy stuff. I'm just saying it's clear as day that there's people who have stuff and there's people who don't, and the people who don't have stuff is growing, and it's going to get to a point where people can't live. So that's my 2 cents. I don't know, but you guys comment down below and let me know what you think. As always, take care.